Hi, I'm John Sickles, and welcome to another exciting episode of New Mexico Rides. Today, we're going to explore a very unique ride. These giants behind me are hot air balloons, and we're at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. You know, this is an amazingly unique event, and many people come here to see this from all over the world. Not only do we have balloons from all over the world, but we also have quite an international audience as well. This fiesta takes place each year, usually the first week of October. This is an amazing event, and if you've never been to it before, it's something you definitely want to check out. You know, as the sun comes up over the Sandia Mountains, the skies in Albuquerque are filled with colorful shapes and sizes. They're just an amazing thing to see, and they're everywhere. What makes this event special this year is it's the 40th anniversary. This all started back in 1972 in a shopping mall parking lot, believe it or not, with only 13 balloons. And it's grown to what you see here today. A 378-acre park, 78 acres of balloon launch site, hundreds of vendors, food, merchandise, artwork, all kinds of things. And today, we're going to be seeing some really unique things. Stick with us here. Hey guys, I'm here with Steve Comodina, and he's the pilot of the Stork Balloon. Steve comes right here to us from our own Corrales, a suburb of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And Steve, how long have you been a pilot here?
Well, I've been flying here since 1979.
That's a long time, just shortly after the Balloon Fiesta started.
Right.
That's great. Now, what got you interested in flying?
Well, you know, who doesn't want to be in a balloon, right? You see them and you want to do it. And in the early days, it was pretty easy to learn how to fly, and I did it.
That's great. It's become quite a passion for you at this point, correct?
It's been great. Our family has grown up, knowing how to fly balloons. We have 6 kids and 19 grandkids, and they're all part of the crew.
That's awesome. Now, you were doing something special here yesterday, and you're going to continue to do that as well today for the kids. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, every kid who comes out on the field wants to be in a balloon. But, not everybody can afford to do it, or nobody knows how to do it necessarily. So we give free rides. We do tether rides. Our crew loves to do that. We got a couple hundred kids up for rides yesterday, and we're hoping today to do the same thing.
That's great. You're basically planting seeds in the next generation, aren't you?
Well, you're giving away the secret. See, we want to get them hooked. Yeah. You should notice the ballooning sport's kind of graying, so we got to get some young people in at the bottom.
That's true. Keeps it alive that way. And Steve, I see you've got a couple with you here today. Who are they?
This is my future pilots in the family. Yeah, look, can you tell us your name?
I'm Weed.
And your name?
Ty.
All right, they're 2 of my grandsons, and they've been getting the ropes ready to tie off to do the tether, and they'll help pack it up, and they help take it down, and they're going to be good pilots.
Excellent. You guys like flying?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine how many kids out there would love to be doing what you guys get to do?
Yeah, I can imagine that.
That's pretty cool. Well, hey, you guys hang in there, and we want you to be the next generation of pilots that continues this tradition on here in Albuquerque, all right? How long does it take to inflate a special shape like this?
Well, it'll take us about probably 10 to 15 minutes to get it standing up and ready to go.
Great. And when you fly, how often, what's the amount of time that you're usually up in the air? Does it just depend on the type of flight you want to do, or do you do something consistently?
It isn't ever consistent. There's an old rule that it's better to land when you see a good place than to fly further and not be able to find a place to land. So especially during Fiesta, you find a good place, you land. But normally people fly an hour, hour and a half, especially when we're flying out on our West Mesa, where most of us fly year-round, where there's lots of dirt roads and lots of places to chase and nobody to bother.
Yeah, that access is helpful, isn't it?
It's great.
Yeah, that's just one of the many things that makes this a great festival. Not only do we have access where the balloonists can have their chase crews come and pick them up, follow them around, make sure everybody's all right, but we've got the Albuquerque box as well. Can you tell us a little bit about the Albuquerque box and how that works?
We're in a river valley, and so air flows downhill, and it comes off of the mountain down into the valley where the river is, and then it flows up or down, or both ways, depending on the altitude. So here you can take off, fly one direction, go up to a higher altitude, and fly exactly back the other way, and then come down and land where you took off.
And that's pretty much unique to this area, is it not?
Well, it happens in all river valleys, but again, there aren't a lot of places that have taken the sport of ballooning like New Mexico. We really are the hot air balloon capital of the world. You go someplace and say you're from Albuquerque, and they say, "Oh, that's where the balloons are," and so it's a great sport for the city. It's a great valley. There are a few other places that you could do it, but you have to sometimes dodge missiles and other things because there are places with a lot of unrest. And we're not quite that dangerous in Albuquerque.
Well, great. Steve, we really appreciate your contribution to the Fiesta here, and we just hope you have a great time, and thank you for doing what you're doing for the kids as well.
You bet. It's great being on the show.
Hey, I'm here with Kim Kelby, one of the launch directors at the International Balloon Fiesta. Good to have you here today, Kim.
Why, thank you. It's good to be here.
Hey, tell me a little bit about what a launch director does.
We do a safe, coordinated launch. We have a sequence that we like to launch the balloons in. We have it in the north section, the middle section, and the south section. The north and the south go together, and then the midsection launches. And then the north and south go again, and then the second wave of the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many balloons are we launching this year?
I think it's between 550 and 600 balloons.
Okay. All right. Now, yesterday you guys actually set a Guinness Book of World Records.
I heard that.
Yeah, 335 balloons in an hour, I think, is what they said.
Yes.
Something like that.
Something
Great.
like that.
Yeah.
They told me this morning at briefing, and I didn't write it down.
Ah. Well, now, you have a unique dress that you're wearing here.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that and what that started. And you guys also go by other names other than launch director, correct?
Yes, we're zebras.
Uh-huh.
And we
never would have guessed that, so.
We're dressed this way because, for one thing, we have to stick out so the pilots can find us.
Right.
And it started at umpires and, just the plain stripes, and then we kind of all went off and we did our own thing.
I see. How long have you been doing this?
I believe this is my 7th year.
Yeah? And what got you into it in the first place?
Oh, I'm coming out here and I just loved it. I wanted to get involved, and so I started out being a crew member on a balloon. And then from there I went and a friend of mine was a launch director, and she said that she thought I would be great and that I should apply and interview, and I did, and I was accepted.
Excellent. And you guys go through a training process as well, correct?
Yes. We are 2 years as ZITS. That's Zebra in Training.
I see.
Yes. and then you get your real stripes.
And you guys are really what makes this Fiesta go off without a hitch. I mean, you're a very integral part of not only the safety, but the success of everything that happens here on the field. And we just really appreciate what you guys do here.
Why, thank you. I love doing it. I come back every year.
Yeah, and wouldn't you think that this is one of the most unique events that anyone could possibly come and see? If they haven't come and seen this before, they should come and do this.
Oh, yes. And I always tell people my favorite days are actually Thursday and Friday, because Thursday and Friday are the Special Shapes Mass Ascension, followed by the regular balloons flying over the field. And if there's a box going, they keep going around and around. It's wonderful to see.
That's great. Again, Kim Kelby with the International Balloon Fiesta here in Albuquerque. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
During the course of the Balloon Fiesta, there's over 1 million people that come and witness this spectacular event. And one of the fans that we have here today is Marie McLemery. Marie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I just wish that the balloons went off today, even lighted up on the ground. I've got friends from out of town that I wanted to see.
Right.
The balloon festival for their first time.
And are you from here, from Albuquerque?
No, I'm from Florida. I've been in New Mexico for 5 years, working
Okay.
for the Air Force as an engineer.
Great, great. Now, I love your hat. How long have you had that?
It's only the last 2 years, and so it took me 3 years to find it.
Right.
I'm a colorful person. I love the colors. I was very particular about which one I found,
Right.
and I love collecting the pins because I like that's one of my event things for important things in life, like science fairs you get a little pin, for federal service you get a little pin, and so I like coins and pins.
Cool. Now, how long have you been coming out to the Balloon Fiesta?
This is my 4th year, so 4 out of 5 years I've been here, and this is the first. I've got friends. We brought family every single year.
Yeah, that's great. So you're hooked on it now, right?
I sure am, and especially with my friends from Florida, not getting to see them take off this year.
Yeah.
They have to fly out tomorrow at 6:30.
Oh.
So sounds like there's another visit in my lifetime, probably
great.
next year.
Yeah. Now, what is the thing that you feel hooked you on coming out here? Was it just the spectacular colors of the balloons and everything that is involved in this process here, or what interested you?
It's the feeling you get with being so close to each of the balloons and then being taking off at different times, and you can be right up close. So it's sort of that feeling that you get with the 500, 600 balloons. And last year was that perfect Ivana of the Albuquerque Square.
Right.
And so it went on for probably 2 hours, and you just lay down on the ground, and it was going perfectly. The winds were just perfect last year.
Yeah, you know, and every year it seems like there's something that ends up being unique to that particular year. Like this year, I know that they set a Guinness Book of World Records with the most balloons up in the period of an hour. They got 350 balloons up in an hour. So, you know, every time you come out, you can expect to experience something very unique. And wouldn't you say that anyone that's watching this, it's worth their time to come out here and see it?
Absolutely. It's those once-in-a-lifetime kind of experiences. If you haven't been here, you're really missing out.
Great. Well, we thank you for talking with us,
Sure.
and enjoy the rest of the festival.
All right. Thank you, John.
Here on New Mexico Rides, we cover all kinds of rides, and this most certainly is a very unique ride here. We're with Jimmy and Mike here on my left, and these guys are part of the APD's Mounted Police Unit. So Jimmy, how long have you been a mounted policeman?
I've been a mounted police officer about 5 years.
Yeah. And what was it that interested you in this particular aspect of the police department?
Without a doubt, the horses, definitely.
Yeah, they're beautiful horses, and what did you tell me they were?
Both of these horses are Percheron drafts, which is a French draft breed. Kind of like a Clydesdale or a Belgian. These guys are just French. That's where the breed originated from.
Excellent. And Mike, you guys just kind of help keep the peace out here and watch after everybody and make sure everybody's just safe, right?
Yep, correct. We'll do field security, help look for lost children, and public relations.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, it's a great public relations too, because just as we've been here for a little bit, there's already a small crowd gathered and everybody wants to come and check out these beautiful animals. Well guys, we want to thank you very much for your service, for what you do for us out here at the Balloon Fiesta. And hey, good luck to you, and stay safe. Thank you.
Mexico Ride fans, check out our new website at www.newmexicorides.tv, where you can get insights on exciting upcoming events happening here in New Mexico. Learn more about the New Mexico Ride show, crew, and more, and see videos of past episodes and behind the scenes. Check out our New Mexico Rides new e-shop, which offers merchandise like t-shirts, hats, mugs, and more. It's all on the New Mexico Rides website at www.newmexicorides.tv.
You know, one of the unique things about the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta is that we truly do have an international group that comes here and participates. Right now we're with Marcos, and Marcos is from Brazil. And Marcos, tell us about your balloon. What's the name of your balloon?
My balloon is the Stinky the Skunk, like Pepe Le Pew.
Yes, yes. Now, how long have you been coming to the Balloon Fiesta here?
I started here in '99. It's my 13 times here now.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's a lot of years to come here. Do you enjoy this festival
I love that place.
Specifically?
I love that place to fly. You have, sometimes you have the box here. It's not normal. Normal you have a wind for different direction, but you have like a V of wind.
Right.
But here, normal, you have a box. You can go to the city, go up, back to the desert, come down, and come to the field again. It's funny.
Now, is that your favorite thing about coming to this festival, or are there other things that you really enjoy about this this area here?
Yeah, I love come to this festival. I came to a lot of countries. I came to Holland, Canada, France, Italy, but I love come to Albuquerque. It's my favorite place.
Well, good. We really appreciate the fact that you guys come here and are a huge part of what makes this festival really unique and draws, well, over 1 million people a year usually that come here. So now, do you try any of our food while you're here? You like any of the green chili, red chili?
I love the chili, my friend. I love jalapeno chili. I got the virus of New Mexico.
That's great. Well, Marcos, we thank you for talking with us, and hey, enjoy your stay while you're here, and we'll be happy to see you again next year as well.
Okay, my friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You bet. You know, one of the unique things about the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta here is the food. Everybody loves the food at this fiesta. And I'm here with Marcus Casimus, the owner of Hello Deli, one of our great local restaurants here. And Marcus, how long have you been coming out here as a vendor to the Balloon Fiesta?
15 years.
That's a long time.
It is. I had black hair when I started.
That's great. What is it that drew you here to the Balloon Fiesta? Did you when you came out here, did you want to meet the new people and just expose your great food to these folks, or what?
You know what? It was a great venue when we first started. We weren't doing a whole lot, but it was a lot of fun, and everybody was enjoying it, and it was different from working the restaurants. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's nice, man. Each year when you come out here, you get to see just thousands upon thousands of people and their families out here, and that's one of the unique things about the fiesta here, is that it's a great family event. And we just really appreciate the fact that we have such awesome local vendors here that are willing to come out here and do a mobile food presentation for us like this. It takes a lot of work to put this on, doesn't it?
It takes us about 2 weeks right before the balloons, and yeah, it does. It's a little bit of preparation.
Yeah. Now tell us real quickly again where your restaurants are located.
We have one on Candelaria, 2 on Jefferson, and so that's all the stores that we have.
Okay. And that's Hello Deli?
Hello Deli.
And Hello Gyro?
Hello Gyro on Paseo, for sure.
All right, so you guys go out there and check them out. Great food. Hey, I'm here with one of the launch directors. This is Bill. How you doing today, Bill?
Oh, I'm great, but I'll get better.
Yep.
Every day above ground's a great day.
It is a good day, isn't
Yes.
it? Now, we had an interesting morning this morning. We had a lot of special shapes that were inflating and going through the rodeo process here. But we had some winds come up, and most of them have started taking down and deflating now. Bill, tell us what's the protocol on that with regard to the winds?
Well, our waiver for this event is 10 miles an hour, or
Okay.
10 knots, however you want to say it. And so when the winds go above that, the field closes.
I see.
Because it's the operation's unsafe. We had some really strong winds aloft, and they were concerned about them coming down, which they finally are starting to come down, and that's the reason why you see a lot of the balloonists pulling the balloons out now.
Right.
But it's been an amazing fiesta. we've had a lot of iffy mornings that have turned into absolutely beautiful opportunities for both the balloonists and the spectators.
Excellent. Now tell us a little bit more about what you do during the course of the Balloon Fiesta here.
Okay. I'm called a launch director, and we're affectionately known by the balloonists and the rest of the folks out here as zebras.
Right.
For the stripes, obviously. And our job out here is to have a safe, orderly, and coordinated launch for the balloons. So we want to make sure that everybody has separations from not only the balloons but from the spectators. We're one of the few rallies in the world that allow the spectators in and around the balloons during departure for launches. And so we're pretty good at what we do because we're all connected by radio.
Right.
And we've got it figured out how to do it well.
And that's definitely one of the things that makes our Fiesta unique, as you said, is just the ability for everyone to walk around right there amongst the balloonists and even, look straight up inside a balloon as it's inflating and the whole process. And it's just a unique experience. And if someone has not been to the Balloon Fiesta, it's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of event, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. It's the most photographed event in the world.
That's correct. That's correct.
And us as launch directors, because of our get-ups, we're probably in more scrapbooks than any other person in the world. So we're probably more famous than most people.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's been fun. This is my 20th year out here being a launch director. And
now, what got you into this initially?
I used to crew for a KKOB balloon, Ron Curry, and I did that for about 3 or 4 years. And then somebody came up and asked me to if I'd like to become a launch director, and that was back in '89.
I see.
So I missed 2 years.
Right.
So I've been doing this now for 20 years.
Excellent. Now, what is your actual profession?
Well, I'm in broadband communications or telecommunications. I'm your matchmaker for broadband communications. So if you want to if you're a business, you want to talk to the outside world, whether on a phone or on the internet, you would come to me and I would let you know who could provide those services for you.
I see. So as you can see, we have a very diverse group of zebras here at the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, and these guys come from all types of backgrounds, and they come here and volunteer their time, and just one of the main things that helps make this event go off each year and keeps it safe for the spectators. Bill, we really thank you for talking with us, and hey, have a great rest of the Fiesta.
Thank you for coming out and being part of our Fiesta. We love everybody that comes out here, both balloonists and the spectators. It's always special to us. And one last thing, I have friends all around the world because of this. We have people that come out and they're on the same square every year. I've got Belgian balloonists that bring me chocolate and so on and so forth. And it's really a special event. It's a unique family. And spectators end up getting pulled into that unique family as well.
That's excellent.
I highly recommend the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta.
Great. You guys come out and see it.
Mexico Ride fans, check out our new website at www.newmexicorides.tv, where you can get insights on exciting upcoming events happening here in New Mexico. Learn more about the New Mexico Ride show, crew, and more, and see videos of past episodes and behind the scenes. Check out our New Mexico Rides new e-shop, which offers merchandise like t-shirts, hats, mugs, and more. It's all on the New Mexico Rides website at www.newmexicorides.tv.
Thanks for joining us here for the special 40th anniversary event at the International Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta. We hope that you've enjoyed the special rides that we've seen here today. Between the rides, the balloons, the cars, the people, the food, this place is well worth the trip. If you've never come out here before, you need to come check it out. Hey, if you'd like to know more about our show, check us out on the web at www.newmexicorides.tv. I'm John Sickles. We'll see you next time for another exciting episode of New Mexico Rides.